world can be a deceiving place, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. We think we know the rules, the boundaries, especially in established relationships like marriage. But what happens when those boundaries blur? What if the person you least expect begins to show interest not just as a friend but as something more? This is not a story about casual flirting or simple attraction. This is about the hidden currents that can pull you into a whirlwind of forbidden desire, a dangerous game played with emotions, where the stakes are incredibly high. Imagine the unease, the constant fear of discovery, the potential for heartbreak not just for you, but for others involved. You are about to step into a complex and unsettling world, where everything is not as it seems and where the lines between right and wrong become dangerously blurred. Stay with me, because understanding these warning signs could protect you from getting entangled in a web of deceit and emotional turmoil. This is not just a list of signs. This is a deep dive into the potential chaos of extramarital desire. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're navigating the murky waters of attraction and desire, specifically focusing on the signs that a married woman may be developing romantic feelings for you. This is a sensitive topic, and it's important to approach it with caution and awareness. Understand that the information presented here is designed to help you identify potential situations, not to encourage you to pursue relationships with someone who is married. We are going to go through 10 clear signs that can tell you if a married woman is falling for you. This video will be divided into 7 chapters. Chapter 1, the exclusive inclination. One of the first and perhaps most telling signs is a desire for exclusivity. Does she always want to spend time with you alone? Is she uninterested in inviting others to join your outings, whether it's her friends or colleagues? This isn't about her just being friendly. This is about cultivating a private space where the two of you can connect without external interference. Her lack of desire to include others is a significant indication of deeper feelings. Perhaps there's a fear of discovery if people from her inner circle witness the bond you share. So, when you suggest that others join, does she quickly dismiss the idea? Or does she go out of her way to arrange plans that involve just the two of you? This consistent need for alone time is not accidental. It is a clear demonstration that she's already in love with you. It signals a desire to nurture a connection beyond the normal boundaries of friendship. It's important to look not at singular instances but at the pattern it forms. Pay attention to if this is recurring behavior. This behavior is a clear signal. Chapter 2, the husband's negative portrayal. Another telltale sign is when she consistently paints her husband in a negative light. Does she constantly complain about him? Does she talk about how unhappy she is in her marriage? This is not simply venting. This is strategic. This may be her creating sympathy in you while expressing her attraction for another man indirectly. She might even compare you to her husband, highlighting your qualities that she feels he lacks. This isn't about her just having a bad day or even a bad marriage. It's about subtly expressing that you are everything that her husband is not. It's her subconscious saying that she wants you as a husband. Consider what these comparisons mean on a deeper level. Is she trying to create a situation that positions you as her ideal man? This comparison, that happens constantly, reveals her real feelings for you and is a clear sign that she's developing romantic feelings toward you. It's not a casual remark. It is a calculated signal. Chapter 3, the silent treatment test. To test the true depth of her feelings, try this. Mention that you are interested in another woman and have been talking with her lately. Observe her reaction. If she becomes unusually quiet for no clear reason, it's a strong indicator that she feels possessive about you and likely harbors romantic feelings. She may have a subconscious fear of you being attracted to someone else. Various negative emotions may arise in her mind, including fear, anxiety, and sadness. Unable to openly communicate her feelings, she may resort to silence as an expression of denial and disappointment. This isn't about her being shy or withdrawn. It's about the internal turmoil she is feeling. Her silence speaks volumes and is a clear demonstration of her possessiveness. It's a way of showing you that she doesn't want you to have interest in other girls. These sudden outbursts of silence when you talk about other girls show that she feels a strong attraction for you. Chapter 4, the reminds me of you phenomenon. Does she often mention that something or someone reminds her of you? According to psychology, when we think excessively about someone, our minds often start to see them in everything around us. This is due to the subconscious way our minds work. The more someone misses you, the more they desire to see you again and relive good memories. Our subconscious mind creates an illusion where everything reminds them of that person. Now, what does it mean when a married woman constantly tells you that things remind her of you? She constantly thinks about you, even though she has a husband, and that means she's developing strong feelings toward you. She misses you. She wants to be with you. If she had a stable marriage, why would she constantly think about you? Her missing you and the reminders that happen frequently are indicators of her feelings for you. This is much more than coincidence. It is an indication of affection. Chapter 5. The Telltale Blush. Blushing is an involuntary physiological response that is triggered by intense emotions, and yes, love is one of them. If a woman blushes when she sees you, or when you give her meaningful glances, that's a sign of attraction. She can't control her blushing, and it is an honest physical manifestation of her feelings. The blush is a clear indicator that you have an impact on her. It's the body revealing what the mind might be trying to hide. Blushing is difficult to fake or control, so when a married woman blushes in response to your presence or romantic gestures, it clearly implies that she desires you and has strong feelings for you that go beyond friendship. Don't ignore these reactions. They are a biological signal of her feelings. Chapter 6. Indirect ownership and subtle signals. If she weren't married, she might openly claim you as her man. However, because of her situation, she resorts to indirect gestures. She might make sure you know where she is at all times. She may agree with everything you say, as if you are partners. Or perhaps she even states she would love to have someone like you as her husband. These actions are her subconscious way of signaling to others, and to herself, that you belong to her. This behavior is a clear sign of the feelings she has for you. It's a subtle way of staking her claim on you, while still maintaining some level of secrecy about her feelings. These indirect gestures also show the thoughts she has of being with you, and are all signs of her falling in love with you. Don't mistake her subtle signs, they are intentional messages. Chapter 7. The Web of Deception. Does she lie to her husband about spending time with you? Does she make excuses about where she has been? This secrecy is a big red flag. If she is hiding your existence from her husband, it means that she is afraid of what will happen if he finds out about your connection. This lying behavior indicates that she's in love with you, and she's taking steps to protect this relationship. If you were just platonic friends, she would be open about your friendship with her husband. However, the fact that she is actively lying is a huge indication of the more intimate feelings that she has. The lies are a shield to protect her feelings and this hidden relationship. This deception is a sign that the relationship is not platonic and she has deeper feelings for you. Chapter 8. The Extra Mile of Happiness. Does she go out of her way to keep you happy? Does she do whatever she can to see you? Does she make your special occasions even more special? When a woman goes out of her way to ensure you are happy, it is because she cares about you deeply. If she makes sure that she does not upset you or annoy you, and instead always tries to make sure you are happy, it is likely that love is growing in her heart. She has learned what you like and what you do not like, and she strives to only make you happy. These actions show that she cares deeply about your emotions. This behavior is an indication of her care. Chapter 9. Late night calls and early morning texts. Does she call or text you late at night or early in the morning? She may be hiding your contact information, so when her husband is asleep, or when nobody is around, she makes the call. She might be hoping for some romantic conversation with you. These late night calls and early morning texts are not casual exchanges. They are signs of emotional intimacy. The secrecy surrounding these exchanges further illustrates that the relationship is more than friendly. This behavior is more than just casual communication. Chapter 10. The Romantic Boundary Test. If a woman is only interested in a friendship with you, she will clearly stop any romantic interactions. This is done on a subconscious level. There are usually clear lines between a friendship and romance, especially with married women. If she treats you just as a friend, she will put an end to any flirtation or romantic talk that comes from you. However, if she does not put an end to the flirting or romantic conversations, it is clearly a sign that she is falling for you. These actions and reactions can tell you how she feels. When a married woman does not put a stop to the romantic nature of your conversations, she is showing her feelings for you. She is feeling a strong attraction towards you and is signaling this with her actions. Concluding thoughts and call to action. These 10 signs are not definitive proof of anything but are indicators to pay attention to. These behaviors should provide valuable insights into potential attraction. It's vital to be aware and approach these situations with caution. Remember, the focus should be on understanding and awareness and not on pursuing a relationship with someone who is already married. And now, as promised, we've reached the end and the moment to discuss the most important part of our discussion, the conclusions. Conclusion. Throughout this video, we've journeyed through a complex landscape of hidden desires and subtle cues. We've analyzed various signs, from a married woman's desire for exclusive time and negative portrayal of her husband, to her subtle gestures and late-night communications. We delved into the way their subconscious might create an illusion, where everything reminds them of you, and the way they might physically react to your presence. Each sign individually may seem trivial, but together they create a more substantial image. It's important to observe these patterns and consider the potential emotional and ethical implications. But ultimately, despite all the signs, you can never truly know what is in someone else's mind or heart. People are complex and behave for reasons of their own. And while this video has explored various potential indicators, they do not guarantee that someone is having romantic feelings. These are only indicators. The only way to truly know what a person thinks or feels is to have an open and honest discussion. And in the end, that might be a conversation that some may choose to avoid, due to fear of the potential consequences. And here's where the real unexpected twist comes into play. What if these behaviors weren't signs of romantic interest at all? What if they were, in fact, a carefully orchestrated attempt at manipulation? What if the married woman in question was using you as a pawn in a larger game? What if she was not falling in love with you but using you to trigger jealousy in her husband? Or she was using your attention to boost her own ego? Maybe she was using your vulnerability for her own benefit. Or perhaps the whole situation is just a way for her to have some excitement in her life. The truth might be far more complicated and dangerous than you ever imagined. This is just a possibility. It isn't a statement of fact, but rather a reminder that when dealing with human emotions, sometimes things are not what they seem. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, and don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Be safe and stay informed.